Well, it feels good to come together. Gives us another chance to go deeper. We've been talking here about using our time and that everything really is for healing. That's what this is for too. Not just that, nights are for emotional feelings to come up and days are for doing. It's all for us to use to look at what's in our mind. We start to go within. I'll just share some lines from the Course that have been coming up for me strongly. Those who would free their brothers from the body can have no fear. They have renounced the means for sin by choosing to let all limitations be removed. As they desire to look upon their brothers in holiness, the power of their belief and faith sees far beyond the body, supporting vision, not obstructing it. But first they chose to recognize how much their faith had limited their understanding of the world, desiring to place its power elsewhere should another point of view be given them. The miracles that follow this decision are also born of faith. For all who choose to look away from sin are given vision and are led to holiness. And then this was the line that really kept coming back to. Those who believe in sin must think the Holy Spirit asks for sacrifice. For this is how they think their purpose is accomplished. Those who believe in sin must think the Holy Spirit asks for sacrifice. Brother, the Holy Spirit knows that sacrifice brings nothing. He makes no bargains. This is for us. The Holy Spirit knows that sacrifice brings nothing.
What does that mean? Maybe we can go within and release that belief. Like what could we sacrifice? Only our holy self. By trying to get something from the outside world. Or by perceiving an outside world. By projecting the outside world. The way back is to honor the holy self within. Because there is no sacrifice. It's just a belief in sacrifice. That's why we can be of good cheer. Just to keep releasing the limiting thoughts and beliefs. Knowing that that's not what you want. The prodigal son's father says, everything is yours. When the older brother thinks he didn't get so much as the younger brother, and he says, everything I have is yours already. You're already with me. And that's the truth for us. So we can go within and just put on the altar, put to the light the things that we believe about ourselves that are not that high, that are not beautiful and pure. Yeah, this idea of sacrifice. Sometimes we believe that, to not sacrifice is to get what we want in form. But that's like a lower level of satisfying the ego in a way. That is like Jesus says, it's not that you ask for too much, you ask for far too little. When you ask for things in form or ask for something to be different, so the full awareness of no sacrifice is a state of mind where you have everything and you are everything and you are everywhere. Sometimes we need to take some steps and learn some lessons for that experience to come in, move to another place or do something different, make a change. But that's the invitation, that awareness that you have and are everything already. This is why there is no sacrifice. So if you have this thought, I don't have what I want, and I suffer because I don't have what I want, you can use that. You can go into that feeling and question it. Is it really true that I don't have what I want? And see if your mind is ready to expand into the experience of having that love, of being that love that you wanted to seek in something or someone. I mean, Jesus says to, what does salvation cost you? The whole world that you see. And in one of the lessons that we are doing now, we practice vision has no cost to anyone, but it costs the whole world that you see with your physical eyes. But that's not a cost. You give up nothing and you receive everything. That's why we want to question the belief in sacrifice. We want to really look at it. We can drop it. Anytime there is stress or fear or anxiety, there is a belief in sacrifice. What do I need to give up? Is the question inside. What problem do I have to resolve? Belief in sacrifice. Because you forgot that you are everything. And let's accept the stepping stones fully to the healing assignments, connections, the relationships. Just say a big yes to them and let them show you what the gift is for you in them. What inspired you in the reading?
Yeah, that one sentence. Those who believe in sin must think the Holy Spirit asks for sacrifice.
That's tough.
Yeah. And yeah, he's so loving. You know, he says the Holy Spirit knows that sacrifice brings nothing. He does talk about how tough it is, though, in this paragraph. He says, if you seek to limit the Holy Spirit, you will hate him because you are afraid. So he explains this sort of toughness of fighting against our awakening. That we will hate the Holy Spirit because we are afraid. We're afraid of what he's leading us to. Afraid of giving up the little bits of nothing that we believe are so important. And he's so reassuring. Right after he says that, he says, the gift that the Holy Spirit has given you is more than anything that stands this side of heaven. The instant for its recognition is at hand. Join your awareness to what has been already joined. The faith you give your brother can accomplish this. For he who loves the world is seeing it for you, without one spot of sin upon it, and in the innocence that makes the sight of it as beautiful as heaven. This is what we get when we give up all those little bits of nothingness. The innocence that we see the world in, that makes the sight of the world as beautiful as heaven. And that sounds amazing.
Yes. And that line that you pointed out, you will hate the Holy Spirit if you are afraid of following the Holy Spirit. That feels, it feels important to take in, because you will not follow guidance. If you're afraid, and if you don't trust, and it's a big invitation to trust it more. Much more. And often, or sometimes, maybe there is not specific guidance. Often there is actually. But if there is not specific, if you're a doer and you always ask, what shall I do? What shall I do? Maybe there is not always a doing guidance. Maybe there is a being. Maybe there is just a love. Let me be with you, beloved one. Let me be with you. So please don't do anything. Let me just be with you. That might be the message from the Holy Spirit. If you're a doer, if you always constantly ask, what shall I do? What is the guidance? Is it this or that? Maybe the Spirit is like, no, just be with me. Just be with me. And you're not going to miss the real guidance then. You're not going to miss it. You can trust the intuition. Trust the intuition. And that healing occur. Don't resist the healing. Don't say no to what is helpful. The healing of the mind, out of the psychosis of this world, psychotic break. Only the spirit, only the spiritual healing can heal the mind. The mind that was a bit sick. Bodies were never really sick, but the mind was sick. I thought bodies could be sick, and thought it could be something wrong. You're already that shining self that is healed. That's the truth. That's why we can just take every other thought, every thought that is not that, and just question it. Or pour some love over it, and then it disappears. That's an inside job. It's our own inner practice. That's the self-responsibility. You can do it. You can do it, baby. Song line. This is a song, actually. Yeah, the song has some history. It was first written by Resta. It really has come from the Holy Spirit, and it has been used by different singers and kind of developed. And because Resta was with David Hoffmeister for a while, she had hundreds of songs coming to her as she was in conversation with David. And she wrote them down and she sang them. And she said, there is no copyright. These songs are free, and these, are just to be extended. Then other singers took these songs and made them develop them a bit. So eventually this one came about through Preston and Helena, my friend Helena, and then this guy took it on. So.
When you're feeling so bad, feeling nothing but sad, here's a magical song you can sing it. Love is gonna get you, love is gonna get you, love is gonna get you now. Make it part of your plan, write it down on your hand, then wherever you go, you can sing it. Love is gonna get you, love is gonna get you, love is gonna get you now. Love, it won't wait while you run and cry. Don't hesitate, don't you let it by. Get down on your knees, throw away your pride. You feel a smile growing inside. You can do it, baby. Try to give it some time. Soon you'll start feeling fine. Then you're well on your way to a better love. Is gonna get you, love is gonna get you, love is gonna get you now. La 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 la. Love is gonna get you, love is gonna get you, love is gonna get you now. Love, it won't wait while you run and cry. Don't hesitate, don't you let it by. Get down on your knees, throw away your pride. You feel a smile growing inside. Oh, you can do it, baby. Try to give it some time. Soon you'll start feeling fine. Then you're well on your way to a better. Love is gonna get you, love is gonna get you, love is gonna get you now. Love is gonna get you, love is gonna get you, love is gonna get you now. Love is gonna get you, yeah, love is gonna get you, love is gonna get you now. Oh, hey.
Yeah, that's actually the final say. Love is gonna get you. However much you believe it's not possible. Sometimes we believe it's not possible, that it feels hopeless or hard, difficult. And when we have those feelings, it usually feels like they're eternal. You're doomed forever into that sadness or hardship. But that is not true. Everything can change. Everything will change. The end is inevitable. The end, which is peace, which is, the end of time, the end of illusion, the end of hardship. Joy, peace. And it will be the pre-state, will be a happy world experience, the healed perception of the world that precedes that complete, abstract state of peace. That's why it's beautiful. There is nothing to fear whatsoever. Sometimes we can be afraid of, the abstract truth, the abstract state of mind, because I think there is nothing there, but yeah, we are afraid of the end, that's another thing Jesus explains. You're afraid of the end, therefore you don't accept the means. But the means help you to take gentle steps. You will not be hurled into reality. You will not be pulled into, the abstract peace of mind, which there's nothing to fear about it. But the stepping stones are beautiful to accept. Because there is a happy dream, there is a peaceful dream. It's around the corner, I assure you. You allow the stillness, it's in the stillness, in the trust. So even the lessons we do now, like even a moment, if you have a moment or so to practice that stillness, like that lesson, God is in everything I see. That stillness is a nice practice. If you have a moment, he says, you should practice this. If you have a moment or so, which you do. So does anyone have anything you'd like to lift up here in the session tonight? Joni, our steady first goer.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this session is so deep. I hardly can believe what's happening. I'm really beginning to experience more the lessons and everything, and what it is to follow guidance. How much easier it gets. Yeah, you talking about sacrifice, and I remember that in one of the sessions you said that sentence, there is still some belief in sacrifice, and it didn't resonate with me at that time. But then finally it came with this place. Do I need to sacrifice this place to follow guidance? And really seeing how easy the ego can get me. When the owner told me, you don't need to leave, you can stay. And I said, oh, yes. And I gave her a hug. I was so happy. I think, oh, I don't need to leave. I can stay here. And then suddenly there was that prompt. And now I'm going to leave Friday to Chapala. But oh my gosh, everything is showing me so much love. The new place, see, symbolically, it shows me the purity. Everything is so clean and white and modern, and I honestly never had before an experience being in a house. I could feel, okay, say yes, but in this house I felt so much warmth. It was mind-blowing. But connected with a realtor, she asked for a copy of my passport and a residency. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, here we go. It's not meant to be. I don't have a residency. So I was freaking out. Honestly, I shared with her, I said, I'm 4 years in Mexico, but I still don't have residency. And then she immediately reacted, no, your copy of your passport is enough. So, okay, that's settled. And then I felt so strongly the name coming up from a lawyer who I already in the past connected with. I felt so strongly, sent him an email. He came last Thursday. Within an hour, he messaged me back, you have a green light. And yesterday we went to the immigration office. He picked me up. He was all the time, we were 3 hours there. All the time he was with me. Bring me back home. Yeah.
An angel lawyer from heaven.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. But I really can see. Yeah. Follow guidance, and I did.
Beautiful.
So, yeah. And now lately with Francesca, who's staying in Andrea's place, I'm going like 4 houses from Andrea. I'm going back where I started in that area, with the La Casa de Milagros. So I'm nearby La Casa, nearby Wesley and Angie.
Yeah, great.
And Francesca told me, she said, we are close to each other now, and that's the group we started with, because I met Francisca in La Casa, I met Wesley and Angie in it's
beautiful,
unbelievable what's happening. But I could see that Spirit is really helping me to loosen from the guilt, because still things can come up, feeling guilty, and like with my younger son, he's gonna marry the end of the year, and I got a message, and I felt, okay, it's time to really be honest, because he asked me, are you coming to the Netherlands to be there? And in the beginning I said, yeah, of course, but I still don't really feel it. I don't know, it still can change, of course, because I want a clear guidance. But what came up when I saw his message, okay, do you already know where you are going to stay, blah, 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 all the worldly things. And I felt, okay, I really need to be really honest with him. So I sent it a message. Honestly, I'm thinking a lot about everything. It doesn't feel effortless for me. It's all for a marriage. Come on, it's one day. And then I need to stay longer in the Netherlands. Do I really feel to stay that long? You are not going for a week. So if you go back to the Netherlands at such a long flight, I feel stay longer. But yeah, I don't feel really a strong pull to do that. So I saw disappointment. I'm gonna disappoint him that I'm not coming. Yeah, I think it's time to let go. The mother still feels some guilt towards the children. Yeah. So it's time to really let that guilt go that I seem to have left them. And like kind of selfness. You are so selfish, you don't care about us, whatever. All the ego, whatever stuff comes up. So yeah, time to let that go. The specialness. Letting go specialness. Yeah. So I will see what will happen. Oof, a lot of healing going on, that's for sure. And thanks to you guys, because that's really, even if I listen like to other satsangs, I think it was last Sunday. Oh my goodness, so much healing. Already forgot what it was, what came up for me, but there was a lot of healing. Yeah, so that's beautiful. Really, yeah, that is what also is coming up more and more, the gratitude, because that is what is gratitude? I don't know, but now lately I'm beginning to feel that feeling more, more in touch with gratitude. So It's beautiful, really cracking open.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So, thank you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Love you,
Joni.
Joni.
Love you guys. Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes we get very sweet reflections too from family members. My son wrote to me 2 days ago and asked, "Are you coming to grandfather's funeral?" You know, my dad passed away, so the funeral is on Friday. "You coming?" He said, "Or how are we going to do it on Friday?" And I wrote to him, "No, I won't be coming. I will join in mine. I will, you know, but I won't be coming there." And then today, I felt, no, I'm really open, you know. So I felt guided to say that to him. I'm very open though. I'm very open to coming if it changes. Yeah. And then he reflected back, "Totally, whatever you feel," he said. You know, no pressure, no guilt, no, you know. So sometimes you can get that sweet reflection too. So that was beautiful.
Yeah, I honestly, when I sent my son the message, I got a message back because I shared with him, for me, disappointment feelings are coming up towards you, guilt feelings. And he immediately messaged me back, "No guilt. No, don't feel guilty about it. Just, it's okay." So, yeah,
Nice.
thank you. Yeah.
Love is going to get you.
Okay, was there anyone else who would like the last share? Otherwise, I will finish by maybe the reminder, love is going to get you.
Mm.
Love is going to get you.
Love is going to get you now.
Yeah, have a really good night and good afternoon, everyone, wherever you are. Love you very much.
Yeah, lots of love. See you again soon.
There is still room to sign up for the retreat in March, by the way.
Yeah, March 11th through 16th.
Yeah, you'll be so welcome. Okay, bye-bye.